JavaScript Object-oriented programming inheritance. What if we don't want to use this and prototype? This is THIS. This is a kind of variable. It can be changed. It isn't supposed to keep as constant. Here we want to find a way not using this, not as seriously as normal programmers. We're just trying it for fun. Yes. What about polymorphism? Yes, I know someone would talk about polymorphism if they are good enough, but it's another topic. We are not going to talk it here. I put some reference here. James Shaw, he put a very good object playground. Object playground is supposed to let people try JavaScript object-oriented programming style. He explained JavaScript Object OOP very well, and he even set up a website to let people try it online. MDN of Mozilla is very good online resource for JavaScript. And node.js. At last you can Google JavaScript Object-oriented. My code, I put it to GitHub repository. Okay. JavaScript features powerful, flexible OOP capabilities. Object-oriented programming, OOP, is a programming paradigm that uses abstractions to create models based on the real world. OOP uses several techniques from previously established paradigms, including modularity, polymorphism, and encapsulation. Today, many popular programming languages, such as Java, JavaScript, C#, CPP, Python, PHP, Ruby, and more, support OOP. So people want to find OOP in JavaScript, and they want to find classes in JavaScript. Inheritance is a way to create a class as a specialized version of one or more classes. JavaScript only supports single inheritance. The specialized class is commonly called the child, and the other class is commonly called parent. In JavaScript, you do this by assigning an instance of the parent class to the child class, and then specializing it. In modern browsers, you can also use Object.create to implement inheritance. JavaScript does not detect the child class prototype .constructor, say object.prototype, so we must state that manually. Say the question, why is it necessary to set the prototype constructor? You can find such question on Stack Overflow. Okay, let's check some example to implement JavaScript OOP. In the example below, we define the class student. Student is a child class of person. Student is supposed to be a person, and a person might or might not be a student. Then we redefine the person's method, such as say hello. A person can say hello, and a person can work. So student can say hello, and a student can work. The person constructor is a function. It uses these keywords. And if we want to add functionalities to person, its method. The method of work is a function. We assign the function to person.prototype.work. We use prototype, then we do things this way, and also we assign a function to person prototype say hello. Then for student, for class student, student class is a function. It gets parameter of first name and subject. Then in the student function, we use person call this and first name. By this way, we actually assign this in the student to person class. Then we assign subject to this dot subject. But this is not over. We need to prepare student.prototype by Object.create person.prototype. This creates a student prototype object that inherits from person prototype. And user should note a common error here is to use new person to create the student prototype. That's incorrect for several reasons, not least that we don't have anything to give person for the first name argument. The correct place to call person is above, where we call it from student, inside student class, the function. Then we set the constructor property of the student prototype. And then we are going to do the function say hello. Student prototype say hello equals function, and function defined this way. Then if student want the functions from person, we can add it to student prototype. Then we do some checking. Okay, this is the prototype. Object.create. It's a way to do it. Let's see if we have other ways. Function new person is a function. It's a plain old JavaScript function. Then we get first name. Then we return an object. It's an object literature. Work is a function. Say hello is a function. It's very simple, and we don't need to use this in this object we're going to return. Then how about the student? Okay, we have a function, also plain old function new student. It gets first name and subject. That because student is supposed to be person, so we get a person here inside new student function, and student equals person. Actually, we don't need to do it this way, but for its name purpose, student say hello is a function, student say goodbye is a function, and we return the student. It's an object. If we want to get the student parent things, we make it a function, give me person object. It's return person. It's okay. Here we didn't use this keyword of JavaScript, and we didn't use prototype, but actually we did everything, or at least most of it. Of course, student say hello override the old say hello of its parent. But do you really need it? By doing this, we get rid of the necessary to use this and prototype. And then we try it. See, in the old way, we got the output. Student say goodbye, it say goodbye. Student work, it say I'm working. Student say hello, it say hello, I'm Janet, I'm studying applied physics. This is the old way. How about the new way? Yes, it did everything exactly. Student say hello. Hello, I'm Janet. I'm studying applied physics. Student work. I'm working. Student say goodbye. It say goodbye. And we didn't have instead of keyword. How about it? We can use other things. Has own property. Student has own property. Work. Yes, it says it's true. Has own property. Say hello. Yes, it says true. And let's check another example. It's from Node. Here, we are going to use event emitter. This is the example from Node API util. Util.inherits. My stream supposed to be a stream. It has capability of event emitter. In Node, we have a util function. It's util.inherits. Util inherits my stream from event emitter. Then we implement a method for my stream. It's write. It's actually emit some date. This is the util.inherits and the prototype way of doing it. Let's check it. It's error. The example from node.js website got some error. We need to change it. Okay, load the program into. Yes, when stream write, it works. It receive date, it works. It's supposed to be event emitter. Let's check the new way. Without prototype, without util.inherits. Yes. When stream write, it works. It receive date, it works. Supposed to be event emitter. How we made it? I don't know why Node.js website API is using var event emitter equals require events, because it doesn't work. You need require events dot event emitter. We change it to this way. It's simple enough. MyStream which event emitter will hold a variable. It's a function. It has a variable inside the function emitter. Then we add a function to emitter.write. Then we return emitter. Very simple. Again, we don't need to think about this a prototype. What about when we need to hide the parent functionalities, such as on? What if we need MyStream.on override events.event-emitter.on, and we still want a way to use event.event-emitter-on? Maybe it's something about OOP programmer want to have this kind of ability, but I don't want to answer it until there is a must to use this kind of technique. Then we check the code. Okay, stream write, it works, and the object received it works. So at last, we did 4 examples 2 by 2. We compare ways of OOP in JavaScript with and without this prototype, Object.create, util.inherits, and we show it can be done without using this prototype. Still, we have the ability to programming OOP style. I do it just for fun and share it online in hope it can help. Thank you for watching.